In today's video, I am going to be breaking down Alex Sarr and what is really going wrong with him. First of all, I still think that he's going to be a killer in the NBA. He was a killer in OTE. He did really well in Australia, so I think he's just going through a cold stretch. However, you have to keep in mind too, he still got, in this game that we're looking at, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, but he only scored with 2 points. So let's get down, let's check out what's going on. Well, first off, I would like to really break down this play. And that was an absolute terrible pass to the middle of the key. He could have easily scored. He had the space around him to score if that pass wasn't at his feet. So I'm going to tack this one up to his teammate not making a good pass. However, he still got an assist off of this play by kicking that ball out to the perimeter and getting an somewhat open three. Okay, so now in this play, he gets the offensive rebound, which is fantastic. I like this. He's showing that he's willing to actually play basketball and that he really wants to get as many rebounds as possible. In my opinion, he should have been maybe ready for this offensive rebound just a bit better, and it could have been a tip. However, if he lands with that ball, he cannot bring that ball down to his waist. He needs to either go straight back up, or if he does bring it down and he takes that dribble as he did right there, he needs to either kick it out if he has 4 defenders around him. If he doesn't have 4 defenders around him, what he could do is pivot, which would then be having this defender's back to him, and that would allow him to be able to score easier. But he had multiple defenders here. This needs to be a kick out, because that shot that he takes here ain't gonna go in. Okay, so now we see another play, and we have him rolling to the basket. Ball handler makes the proper decision, kicking it out to the wide open 3-point shooter. This should have been a 3-point shot. This shouldn't have been anything else. Nobody is expecting you to pass the ball into the key, but instead, what do? You pass to somebody who is not ready to pass because they are full well expecting you to take that 3-point shot, and guess what? You fumble the ball. At this point, you have to score. You have everyone cleared out, literally walking back on defense. And then you just have to try and make something out of nothing. He pivots back around, and that's just not, in my opinion, a high percentage shot. What the high percentage shot was the gigantic amount of space. What's this? 15 feet, 16, 17, 18 feet of space to take a 3, and you instead pass it to somebody who's not even ready to receive a pass? What are you thinking? For those who are saying that Alex Sarr is terrible now because he can't score, it's not just because of him. It's because of his teammates making stupid decisions like this. Now, this pass into the high post, not the greatest reception, maybe not the hardest of passes, but either way, he gets it, whatever. Now, what's he gonna do? What's the play call? What is the idea of what they are about to do? Well, let's run through this sequence and see. Is this just an ISO in the high post? This guy's not ready for anything. He's not in any kind of an offensive stance to say to Alex Sarr, pass me the ball. These guys are all clumped together. Who knows what's supposed to be happening here? Maybe an off-ball screen, something. What's this guy gonna do? Well, he's making a smart decision. He's cutting to the rim because this guy's facing this way. So, okay, that's the smart decision. But now I'm gonna say, Alex Sarr, what are you thinking? There's a guy in front of the guy you're trying to pass to. Did you just not see him? Were you not expecting him to see the fact that he was cutting backdoor on you? What's going on? But either way, I'm still not tacking this one up to 100% being Alex Sarr's fault. What are these guys doing? What is this guy doing? This is the only other guy on the court who's willing to do something. You have one guy who's trying to make something out of nothing, one guy who's cutting backdoor, 2 guys who are trying to argue who wants to screen who, and you got this guy who's just standing there. What are we doing? And then the one basket that Alex Sarr scores right here, what's it off of? A screen and roll, something that he is an absolute boss at. Set that screen, miscommunication, 3 guys guarding 1. Somebody's got to be open. Who are you going to pass to? Well, the guy who's rolling to the basket. Guess what? He is an absolute boss in the screen and roll. He's going to be able to finish that every single time. And believe, in my opinion, the Washington Wizards suck. So who who else are they going to beat? Like, literally, just have Alex Sarr all game going into a screen and roll. He'd score at least 18 points just off of screen and rolls alone. Oh yeah, and then there's this masterful piece of play right here. Guy drives, fine, okay, makes sense. You're driving to the basket. You kind of have an open lane. Maybe you should have taken a floater because this guy isn't doing anything. But what do? Okay, we do a bounce pass between two players towards a player in the middle of the key who has two more players on him. So he barely receives that pass. Now he's going to fight his way. And while we may say, well, look at this guy out in the corner wide open, guess what? I would never pass to a player out in the corner who looks like that. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're lifting. You don't have your hands up. You're not ready for the ball. This guy's not ready for the ball. They're just all watching Alex Sarr get absolutely wrecked in the middle of the key. Like, that's a difficult shot. That is probably not going to go in. And while, yes, Alex Sarr's body was not facing this guy, I can tell you right now, if he stayed here or lifted up faster here and got low and had his hands up, Alex Sarr would probably be like, oh, well, here's the ball. I collapsed every single player onto me. But instead, who does he got to pass to? Nobody. Nobody is ready for a pass. He's going to fail. If the Washington Wizards, the actual real team, performs like this, he's going to be in the worst situation ever. Oh, and then there's this. This is fantastic. Okay. You collapsed 3 guys. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. You did a great job. Now kick it out. Perfect. Would I have gone to this guy or this guy? Well, personally, again, he's not ready for a pass. I'm not passing to anyone with their hands over their waist. And this guy cutting to the rim, fantastic. You are ready for a pass. You are getting that pass. But instead, he wants to try to posterize somebody instead of just going for the easy floater. You get it? Hop step, jump stop, right there. Right there. You don't even have to take that long of a hop step. You could have done your hop step here and just set up a floater. Something easy. Something simple. You don't need anything fantastic. But this guy goes for a dunk. Gets blocked, goes to Alex Sarr's hands, and Alex Sarr's like, well, I gotta do something out of nothing, and he goes up with a weird floater. Well, that's a bad decision for him. He should have at least pulled it out. He's got enough time on the clock, 15 seconds. He should have been more cognizant of being able to be like, oh, there's 15 seconds or 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Maybe I should pull my butt out to the perimeter and call a play, or do something, call for a screen and roll, kick it to somebody and then call for a screen and roll, something. But either way, it didn't happen. And if I was the coach, I would be losing my damn mind on this one. He gets the ball into the high post. These guys are in good defensive position. This guy's not digging or anything, so he's just kind of standing there. And then after that entry pass into the post, what do? Literally, what do? We do nothing. This guy pops to here. Okay, if that's part of the play, fine. But if it's not, this whole side was wide open. This guy sets a screen down here, but like, watch the speed. Like, I'll go to real speed. I'm not going to slow this down. Real speed. He jogs, sets the screen. That is absolutely terrible, and I would literally be losing my mind if I was the head coach of this team. I think I've said pretty well enough. And that is, if I was the coach of the team, I would lose my mind, I would be cursing like crazy, and I would probably be mad, some level of mad that would be far beyond greater than, obviously, this coach. Because Alex Sarr is not a terrible player, but when you've got terrible players around him who clearly don't know how to do anything, it's going to make him look really bad. You got guys jogging into screens, guys not doing anything after they pass, you got guys not doing anything at all, literally standing on the court with their hands on their sides being like, well, you got the ball, you go have fun. Like, I don't make mad, upset, angry videos like this, but like, I don't even know Alex Sarr. I'm not trying to protect him. What I'm trying to do right now is just say this team sucks, and they got to do something about it. And none of those guys, other than Alex Sarr, would make my NBA team if I had an NBA team. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That's my rant. Anyways, have a good one.